Oh, oh, oops, dropping my phone. The flip side of life. My life. Everyone's life. I'm not quite sure. The point where you get to where you realize that everything matters yet nothing matters. And understand and see where to go, how to get there, what you need to do, the effort that's involved, but also the do I really want that factor? It's like this weird sense of center and calm, but hard to explain. You know, watch all these motivational speakers and all these amazing people, and their messages are so vivid and so clear and so inspiring. You know, at the end of the day, what happens when you are trying? You are asking for help. You are living all of the experiences at the same time. When your mind is empty but so full, when you have so many ideas, which one do you choose? Which path do you follow? Which passion drives you? When you have complete understanding that you're in control. That's where I'm kind of at. All the people that I've met, all the things I've done, is completeness. What message do you have left? What is your message? How important are you? How important am I? I always had this theory growing up that I was that whole saying, center of the universe, center of my own universe, center of the world, which essentially we all are. We're all the center of our own universes. We all create the things that are in it. We all create each other. Yeah, what am I creating? Oh God. When you realize that responsibility, you know, and that whole weight of the world on your shoulders, breaking down that weight of the world is kind of crazy. Going back to the saying, or the realization that you're the most ordinary, extraordinary being. I grew up the middle child of three. The second child of my mother, the first child of my father. 8 years difference between my oldest sister and me, and 18 months, 21 months. No, not that much difference between me and my younger brother. My mother was an only child. Her mother was the oldest of 5. big families. My mother, my maternal Nana's mother, so my mother's mother, was the second youngest of 11. They came from Broken Hill families, mining families, hardworking families. My father was the oldest of 7, a middle-class family from Adelaide. His father worked on the trains, was a bartender and stuff. My nan, my dad's mum, I believe was a nurse. I don't have a huge amount of history on them. The family's all kind of estranged now. My father's suicide kind of did that. Interesting times in life. My my father, oldest of 7, his 7 siblings, and of those 7 siblings, only 3 had children. Well, mind you, one of my uncles, who knows, he might have kids everywhere. But yeah, so I was the second grandchild. My cousin's a few years older. That was my father's next sister, like a sister under him, the oldest sister, her daughter. Anyway, where am I going with this? So my family is very diverse. There's no stereotypical leads or paths. A very working class family and a very both hard-working families, tough families. I come from a long line of mother women, like very motherly instinctive women. My mum was a mum. Dad was the business owner, breadwinner. Mum raised us kids. Dad, ran the business. And yeah, we grew up a pretty ordinary family, or normal family, I thought. Or maybe not. When you're a kid, you kind of think, oh my God. I remember wanting to run away, get away from my life. Oh my God, this family's crazy. Now my kids want to do that. I'm like, yeah, I completely understand, because we're all nuts. It's not until you become a parent yourself that you realize what your parents live through and the reasons they do things. And yeah, that's where I'm at. The reasons I'm doing things. Why am I doing things? I'm so split in my personality, I guess, as far as, like I said, the mother. So there's this ingrained thing in me that, I want to be the best mother for my children. I want to be the best parent. I want to be, this ingrained thing, but being also from, or the business side, my dad, hardworking father, I grew up the child who had a lot of expectations on their shoulder. It's funny, I always watched my older sister, bring home boys, and my father would be that protective father and take the baseball bat out of the back of the car and threaten. And, there was other things going on there. But anyway, and then I remember going, oh my God, my sister does this. She's, she gets all these guys and she's so lucky, she's so beautiful and attractive and all this. And I always remember going, they never did that with me. Going, is that because they're kind of like, yeah, she'll be right, she'll figure it out, and, hey. Or maybe that was another thing. I always remember learning from my sister's mistakes and not bringing many boyfriends home. So if you are one of my boyfriends from the past and you actually got to meet my parents, then you're kind of very privileged, because then I kind of probably figured that you were brave enough to deal with them, but they never did that with me. My dad never did that with me. I'm not sure if he kind of hoped that I don't know, maybe I wasn't going to be that interested in boys, or, very career, I was also competitively horse riding when I was younger. So my dad was a very big supporter in that, and he, I think, having his sporting background, pushed and challenged me a lot. So maybe he kind of figured that the boys would come and go, but the horses would be there, and the less attention he paid to those, then maybe I'd figure it out. Maybe that's my conditioning as far as men go, and horses. But going back around, where's this leading? So I kind of grew up, my teenage years with a very hard work ethic on myself. I did a lot of stupid stuff as well, drinking, and experimented with drugs, but not a big time. I was sort of over it by the time I was in my late teens. But then I was competitively riding as well, and my competitive riding career was very short-lived. I reached some sort of success, but never the same kind of driven success that I saw others around me achieve. And I guess I always looked at it from a different point of view. I had a relationship with my horse, and the epitome of it came, that changed my vision, when I was competing for a team, and we travelled all over the state, to try and be on this team and go to this training to be selected. And I only had one horse. I only had one horse that I was competing on. My family, and there was sort of middle class family. I couldn't afford a lot, and I had to make do with what I had. And this one horse, Jive, I'd had him from a 4-year-old off the track, and taken him from falling over a pole to the Pony Club high grades, and watching everyone around me going, wow, these people are really cool, and thinking, I'm just as good as them. I'm my relationship with my horse, and I can compete at sort of same level, but wondering what the difference was, why they were being able to go on with their careers, or going on and achieving more success, and we travelled just as much and competed. But came down to one point in time where we'd gone to a competition. Well, actually, there's a couple of them for selection, and I'd showed up on the day. I'd been there. I'd prioritised that. That was my competition, and that was a prerequisite. And I got there, and I wasn't selected for the team. And I've gone, okay, that's cool. Obviously, these others are better on their competition, but a couple of things that pissed me off, that the people that were there making up their own rules, the fact that I was there, and people weren't there and they got on the team, and then I kind of wondered, why was I doing it? What was the reason for me doing this? I don't think I was enjoying it anymore. Next point came another competition, and it was a horrible windy day, and I was out there with my horse, and I was out there with Jive, and we were giving it our all. I was riding terrible. It was just, my head obviously wasn't in it. The wind was up us, and literally we come into a fence, and he stopped. A fence in front of that fence blew down, and he stopped. And then I came around again, we represented and stopped, and then then I didn't represent. I said, "No, this is it. This is us saying this is not right for us anymore." Anyway, I question everything. That was probably one of my last competitions at a sort of high level. Sort of, I need to go back and learn more. I need to reassess where I'm at. And I think I've been doing that forever in my life, in a certain way. And anyway, I ended up selling Jive on. It was a silly mistake. And I think I've sort of led my point to my life now is I want to be at a point where I don't need to do that. The horses that come into my care, I want to be able to keep them and find them on, because the home I sold him onto actually went on to a person that rode him and competed him, but I guess didn't. I know she appreciated him, but she didn't like him very much. But the great thing then was that her niece rode him, and she loved him, and he was a great stepping stone for her niece in her competitive riding. But yeah, I think that going back a step, my father, he was competitive in rugby for many years, coached many teams, and played at a state level, etc. through his thing. And I think he put a lot of that on me. I think I kind of wanted to do that as well, in a certain way of living up to his legacy or producing. So anyway, what's happened from all that? Coming back round full circle. So I didn't go on with my competitive career. I chose coaching riders, because I wasn't driven by competition. It wasn't in me. I worked for a very high level show jumper, and I didn't get along with her very well. I don't know. I don't fit her glamorous lifestyle. I think I did the hard work and the hard yards, and she was one of the top riders in Australia. And I really, as much as didn't get along with her personally, and a lot of things that I appreciated how good she was. I could see in her skills. She was a highly skilled rider, one of the best riders in Australia. And working for her taught me a lot. I worked for a lot of people over the years that have taught me a lot about ethics and things. I'm still trying to work out I know what my ethics is, but what my business model is. My business plan is that I want to help people find the best solutions for them. I don't think that people need to fit a certain mold to get to where they need to get to. I think that they can create their own flair, and I think that in the competitive industry of riding and horses, there's so many aspects, and in coaching, there's no one solution that fits everyone. Everyone learns differently. Everyone has their own background history to draw from, or that's inhibiting and blocking them or stopping them from doing things. I want to be able to be there for your steps and to help you work through emotionally and mentally, and where you need to be and what you want to be and what drives you, and where you might not want to be the best competitor in the world, but you might want to be the best partner, the best, have a great connection. And that's what I want to be able to offer my clients, my students, my people. Again, my background is very diverse. The horses have taught me a lot. There's a lot of things I regret, or not necessarily regret, but a lot of things in my past that I guess are things that I would like to change and learn from and do better in the future. And I want to help my clients, my students, to do those things better from the start. Learn from my experience and get things right. There's going to be times that you're going to make mistakes too, but I want to be able to be there to help you work through those. So yeah, that's where this video is leading to. It's interesting sort of conception this morning. As you can see, I'm still bed hair, in my nightie, in my bed, in my TARDIS, on this Sunday morning, the 25th of March, and yeah, I've got a lazy day planned today. Well, sort of a lazy day, but lots of things I need to be doing. But this video was one of them. So, Ausflick Equine. There's going to be more videos as these things come out. I'm not so good at typing them, better at speaking them. Ask me some questions. If you've got questions, please ask me, and I will put them out in a video or explain them to you. So thank you for watching this, if you have, and if I can help you, please message me. Let's make it happen. Ausflick Equine. Bye for now. Enjoy your Sunday.